session, I would like to explain CSS fonts and CSS text properties. So we have the CSS font properties and CSS text properties. Let me open this notepad. So in this session, I would like to explain CSS font properties and CSS text properties. Now here in the CSS font properties, so you already know some properties in the HTML. You already use these properties here. That is a font family, font family, and font style, font style, and we have font variant, font variant, and we have font weight, font weight, and we have font variant, font weight, and we have the shorthand property like font here. So this is a font shorthand property. So we can apply all the properties in the font itself. And also we have line height. Line height, in order to increase the height of line, we can use this one. It will give some gaps for the paragraph using this line height. And this is a font properties available in the CSS. So first we need to discuss about this font family. Then we can go for this font style. So font family is a property. It is used to change the face of the font. Face means it will change the format of the font. So in the font family, they are divided into generic font families, generic font families. Generic font family means fallback mechanism. Fallback means so one font family is depends upon another font family. So one font family is depends upon another font family, that is nothing but fallback. So fallback, I'll show the example. So fallback means it is depends upon two or three fonts. We can use a fallback, and this comes under this generic category. So in this font family, there are two types of fonts available. One is serif fonts and another one is sans serif. Sans serif. These two types available in the CSS. One is a serif, another one is sans serif. I'll show the example, and also I'll show the example for font face, how we can download the font and how we can link up these fonts in the HTML file. Here we have discussed about this fallback font, right? So in this fallback, so fallback means in order to depends upon two or three fonts, we can use this fallback. So in this fallback, so we have examples like serif, we can use sans serif, we can use, and we can use this monospace, and we can use this cursive, and we can also use the fantasy fonts, and we can use the system UI, and like this, like UI sans serif, like so much of fonts available in this here. And I'll show the example so you get clear understanding about this fallback. So coming to this serif and sans serif. So serif, also example for the serif also. Why the serif fonts will be look, and how about the sans serif here? So in this font family, you can take the font family and you can write the syntax for font family. Also examples. Coming to this font style. So for the font style is a property. It is used to make the font like which format, like whether you need oblique and either you need this italic format. So it will give the two types of format, that is either oblique and italic. So these two are italic format only. It will by you how can apply this italic font means using this font style. You just write this values here, and next we have font variant. So font variant means the font variant, it is used to create the small caps. We can use this font variant. And font weight, so you already know this font weight. The font weight, we can use the values like bold, bolder, normal, and 100 to 900, like 100 to 900, that you can write 200, 300, 400 up to the 900. And line height, in the line height we can use length property. Length, that means how much of length you want. And you can also use percentages, and you can also use numbers, and you can also use normal. Along with we have, so every property is having the initial property and inherit property. So initial means initially by default the parent which color is there, and the parent which have the properties is there. If you write this initial, so it will get the default values. And if you write the inherit is also having the default values. So we can also write inherit and initial. So you can give the percentages, like you can give the values like m's and rams, and you can also give the values like numbers, and you can also give the length, that means 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like this. And next we have font shorthand property. What is the use of this shorthand property? So shorthand property consisting of all these properties. So I'll write the syntax why this exactly font properties will follows. First we have, if you take the font there, first we have font style, font, so font, font style, and we have font variant, font variant, and font weight, and font weight, along with font size, font size, font size by line height, line height, like this. And later we also add this font family. After we can add a font family, like this. See here, this is a shorthand property. This font shorthand property consisting of, first we can write the font style, then you can write the font variant, then you can write the font weight, then you can write the font size by line height and font family. So this is a shorthand property. So in this shorthand property, why we can use the shorthand property means, in order to apply all the font format properties, then you can directly write this shortcut as a font, then you can mention all the properties in once here. So I'll show the example. So let me open this Visual Studio. So here I'm creating the new program. So I just save this file, font properties. font.html. Now I can save this file here. Now I can write font properties. Font properties. So, and here first I'll show the serif font and sans serif. So here serif font. I'll take this H2. Sans serif. Now, so I just apply this internal style sheet, style tag, and then start this H1. We'll just write font size. The font size we will write pixels. We'll write the numbers large, larger, medium, small, smaller, XX large, X large. So we can also write the percentages. We can also write the pixels here. So I'll place these pixels to 50 pixels. 50 pixels, and here you can write color red. Just write font family serif. So I'll apply this serif here. Same, I'll do the same H2, and here I'll copy this one. I'll paste here, and I change this to sans serif. Sans serif. Now look at this one. If you run this one on the program, right click, open in default browser. Look at this one. See, I just zoom this one. So sans serif, if you observe this serif font, so serif having this edges. Look at the edges we have. See, so every edges coming like this, and sans serif it will give the straight lines here. So that is the difference between this serif font and sans serif here. So either you can use the sans serif, either you can use the serif here. So these two exist in the CSS. If we take this edges there, so edges we have the lines is there, right? That is nothing but serif. So here normal font be looking like sans serif, and I'll just zoom out this one. Now go to here. I told you that fallback font. So what is a fallback font? So fallback font is nothing but in order to it depends upon 3 or 4 fonts, you can use a fallback. See here, I'm just removing the sans serif. We can write like see, look at this one. I'll take this Arial here. See, Arial, and I'll write a Helvetica and I'll write sans serif. See here, I'll take the 3 fonts here. Like one is Arial, another one is a Helvetica, sans serif. If Arial is not supported in the browser, that time this font family depends upon the Helvetica. So it will support Helvetica, then Helvetica font will be applied here. Even though Helvetica is not supported at the time, it will depends upon the sans serif. So like this. So it will continuously fall back on the another fonts. That is nothing but fallback fonts. We can call it as a generic font family. So generic font family means it will consisting of this So it is consisting of 3 or 4 fonts, nothing but fallback fonts. Now you can run this one on the browser. Go to this browser, just reload this page. Now look at this one. So like this, we have generic font families and fallback fonts. So in the fonts we have two types. One is a serif, another one is sans serif. So here I'm just remove this font size. Here also I just remove this font size. Now I'll take some paragraph there. I'll take some paragraph. Lorem 20 and use this beautify. Now I make a copy. I'll make a copy and here just write lorem 60 words. Now you can run this one on the browser. So go to this browser, just reload this page. Now I'll place the paragraph there. So for this paragraph, I just apply font family. How you can apply these font families here? So we don't know about these font families, right? How we can find these font families, where we can take the font families means. So most probably the project in any of this website, we can use the Google fonts. So we can find the Google fonts. In this Google fonts, we have the several fonts will be available. Most probably we can use the lasso and we can use a lato and we can also use a monstrate and we can also use a roboto. So much of font family is available in this Google fonts. I'll show how we can apply this Google fonts here, how we can apply this offline fonts and how we can apply this online fonts. See here, I'm taking one more copy of this paragraph. I just copy this one and you can paste it below that. Sorry, you can paste below here. And now, so for the paragraph, I just apply the font size. I take directly the p tag. So here I just apply the font size like 30 pixels. Now we can run this one on the browser. Go to this browser, just reload this page. Now I'll place this here and look at this one. So by default, it will take the serif here. Now I'll do one thing. So for this paragraph, I need to change the font family. So you know the font family, right? You know cursive font family. Font family. Just you can write the cursive. So cursive means it will give the cursive here. Just reload this page. So it will give the cursive there. And if you write this Tahoma, so this is one font family. Tahoma. Now go to this one. Just reload this page. So it will give one font family. So little bit of fonts. And how can you apply this like professional fonts like in the website? So somebody asking that they need roboto text. Somebody asking that they need lato text. So for that purpose, we can use the Google fonts. So click on this control tab. Just you can type the Google fonts here. Google fonts. So click on this enter. Now click on this Google font. Now it will be opened here. So here we have this number of font families here. See, we have the Roboto, we have the Poppins. So you say Magic and Potawan, Open Sans, Lato, Noto Sans Serif, and Monstat, Noto Sans JP, like different fonts families available here. So Here you can select any of the font family, like I'm selecting this latte font. So if you click on this latte, see here we have the font families. You can select anything you want. So just select this style here. Once you can select the styles, so here is the link is there. See, this link indicates that you can place the link inside of this header tag. And here also we have the import option is there. So import means in order to import this font family inside of the external style sheet, that we can use this import. I'll also show this example. Take this link tag and copy this link, copy the link, go to your program. Now here below the title, I'll make comments, Google Fonts, and click on this center. You can paste this one here. Now I'll place this Google Fonts. Now how can you apply this fonts here? So to apply these fonts, go to your style, take the body, and in the body, take the font family, and go to this browser. So here we have the font family, right? Just copy this font family. Copy this font, and so go to this Visual Studio. Just you can paste it this font family. Copy the font family and go to this browser. I'll I'll close this one. Now reload this page. Look at this one. So we just apply the latte here. See, not only this one, we can also apply anything you want. So like this, in order to apply these fonts here. Now go to this Visual Studio. So here you are giving this online link font family. You are giving the online link font family. And what about this offline? So how can you give this offline font link? So offline font link is very simple. See here, if you want to apply this offline font link, then just do one thing. I'll do just remove this one here. I don't want this one anymore. Now I created the new file and I can save the file with style.css. Style.css. Now, now go to this fonts here. I just cut this one, cut entire CSS, and I can paste it inside of this style here. Now I'll remove this style here. I don't want this style anymore. Now I'll place this external link. So take a comments, style sheet, and take the link tag. This we just write style.css. Now go to this style. So here, if you want to use this latte sans serif font, now go to this browser, just reload this page. Now if you want to use this latte, again you can go to this new tab, type the Google Fonts, and go to this Google Fonts. Now this time I'll change the font. So here I'm taking this one. Select this font here and select which style you want. Like I'm taking this style. Just select this style. So here we have this link option and also we have the font family. So go to this import option. Select this import here. Select the import and coming to this style.css, then you can paste it above this one here. Just type import URL Google Fonts. Now Go to this browser, just copy this font name, font family name, copy this one, and coming to this Visual Studio, you can paste it here. You can paste it there. Now go to this browser, and I'll just close this one. I also close this one here. Just reload this page. Now I'll do one thing. Why it is not applying? So we can copy this one. It will apply or not? Just copy these links also. Then you can paste it here, the Google Fonts. Now go to this browser. Just reload this page. Yeah, it will apply. So it will look the same thing, right? I'll do one thing. I'll change another font. It's almost all same font here. I'll do one thing. Yeah. So I use this lobster. So select this font, select the style, copy the link, and go to here. Then paste it here, and again go to this browser. Click on this import option. Select this import, and coming to the style, then you can paste it here. Just remove this one. You can paste it this import, and coming to this font family, we need to change this one. So select this font family and go to this browser. So go to this Visual Studio, then you can paste it there. And now again go to this browser, open your program, just reload this one. Why it's not working? Just give me a second. Yes. So I'll do one thing. So here I'll just remove this one here. So that is the reason it will not work here. So I'll remove this one here. Now we can run this one on the browser. So go to this browser, just reload this page. Still it is not working. It's okay. So if you want to give this Google Fonts link, that is only the option. We can give this links here. I don't know why it's not working. So if you want to give the offline, so here we have this download option. Just download. Click on this download. So it will be download here. So after downloading here, now click on this show in folder. So here we have this download option. Right click and extract. So we have now this font family. So go to there, just copy this font, copy the font, go to your desktop, and here I created this new folder, and in this folder I'll paste this font, and now I'll do one thing. This file I'll save this one, so we can save the file as in this new folder. So in this I just write I can save the file, click on this save, and this one also save as. So I can save here. Now now I'll just remove this one here. Now here also I remove here. Now here, look at this one. Now we need to give the link of this font here. Now go to this browser, just you can download the font, then you can copy the font, you can paste it inside of the folder. Now how can you give the link here? Just type link style sheet. So here we know the font style. Now go to this one. So you can type lobster regular TF, and here we can also use a font face rule. So in order to give the offline fonts, we use font face. Here you can write @ font face. In the font face, we can give the font family, font family, the font family. So we can give the font name like so what is this name? We can give lobster regular, or do one thing, go to this one here. So here is a font family. So I'll place this one lobster, and next we can write src src url. That url you can provide. So you can give this same link. Just copy this link and you can give here like this. Now, so we are setting this font face here. Now, which font you want? Like for this H1, you need this font family. Just copy this font family, then you can paste it here. You can paste it here and go to there. Just reload this page. Now, if you want this do one thing, just use lobster. And if you want, you can also write this cursive here, this fallback font. Give the comma and you can write cursive. Now go to this browser. It's not working. So I'll do one thing. I selected this one. So I'll do one thing. I'll copy this one and I'll paste it there. Now here I copy this name and also paste it here. Now you can download this font, download this font family. So this will be downloaded. Show in folder. Just extract this font and here just copy this one and go to your desktop, go to your folder, just remove this one and you can paste it here. Now go to there. So I'll just remove this one. I need to apply this one here and this style. So here we can apply the path, like what is the path name? Yes, so this is a path name. Now here I just apply this one. I'll go to this browser once. I close this one here. I'll reload this page. I'll do one thing. Right click, open in default browser. Yes, so it will be applied here. Now similarly we can do the same thing. See, just copy this one, and you can paste it for this font family for the paragraph. Just reload this page. Look at this one here. So we just apply the different font using this Google fonts here. See how can you apply this font face? So you can take the font face, you can download the font family, you can copy the font name, and here in that you can give the src and you can write this url, and in the url you can give the path here. So this is an offline font. If you want to use this online, just do one thing. I'll put it in the comments. Now I also remove this one here. I'll do one thing. Now here, this is a offline font. If you want to give this online, then go to this browser. So take now here. So we have the link option. Just copy this link and go to this Visual Studio. Then you can paste it here. Now go to your browser. Go to your this one. Just reload this page. No, I just close this. Now you can refresh this one here. This is also yes. You just reload this page. Look at this one. So still it will exist. So this is the online font, and if you give the offline, then you can use this font face. And also see here, if you don't want these styles here, then you can directly apply this import tool here. You can directly upload the import. Now go to this browser. So you can write Google Fonts. Type the Google Fonts. Now here we have so I selected this one. I select this font family, select this style, go to this import option, select directly, you can take this import, go to this Visual Studio, then you can type import here, and again go to this browser, just copy this font family, and you can paste it for this paragraph. You can paste it for this paragraph. I go to this browser, just reload this page. Look at this one. So we just apply the font. So like this. So there are three ways of applying the fonts. You can directly apply this online font, and you can also apply this using the import, and you can also apply using the font face. So here, this is the font face rule. Once you can download the font family, so you can give the name of the font family, and also you can give src url font path. Then you can apply the font family for which paragraph you want. Then you can apply this using font face rule. And also we can use the import tool in order to import the Google Fonts into the style sheet. And we have one more, that is I can also give this a link tag. Directly you can give the link. Inside the link you can provide the online here. So like this we can apply the different fonts, different font families for your website, for your web page. So that's about the font family. Next, I'll show one more example. I'll just remove there here, and I'll put it in the comments. Now I'll take the paragraph and I'll take this simple 6 words. Now go to this browser, just reload this page. Now I'll place a paragraph here. For the paragraph, so if you want to apply the bold, we use a font weight. See, for the paragraph, we have the font weight, font weight, bold. So go to this browser, just reload this page. See, look at this one. So the font will be termed as a bold here, and we can also write a bolder. Again, go to this one, just reload this page. So it will apply the bolder text. And if you want to you can also apply this 400 to 500. So for this means it gives the boldness. So like this we can use the font weight property, and next we have font style. Font style. Font style, either you need italic, either need oblique. Now go to this browser, just reload this page. Now it will turn as a italic format. Next, so here we can also use font variant. Font variant small caps. So it will give the small caps for this one. Look at this one. So we can also apply like this. And the last thing we have line height. So I'll show the line height. Now here I just increase this to lorem 40 watts. Now here I just reduce this font size to 20 pixels. Now go to this browser. I put it in this comments. Now go to this browser, just reload this page. Now place the text here, and we can increase more text. Now go to this browser, just reload this page. Place the text here. For this text, I need to increase the line height here. See, go to your style. I'll just put it in the comments. Now we can write the line height. Line height. See here, I'll just increase the one here. I give the line height 1. Now reload this page. Look at this line height we have. Right click, go to this inspect, and here so I'll place the 1 here. If I increase the 1 value to 3 or 5, 6, look at the line height we have. So we just increase the line height of the paragraph. And if I decrease this line height, look at this one. So we can also give the negative values. Negative also we can give 0, 1, 2, like this. So line height, in order to increase the gap for the paragraph, for anything, you can use this line height here. Look at this one. Like this, the line height will be work here. And shorthand property, you need to write all this property once. All the property we can directly write inside of this font here. Font. First we discussed about font style. So italic, and next I've seen this font style, font variant. Next we have small caps, and next we have the font weight. Next we have the font size 30 pixels by, I'll do one thing, I'll do 20 pixels by 2 here, and give the font family you want. Font family Tahoma. So copy this one, and you can paste it there. So this is a shorthand property instead of writing all this property. So instead of writing this all the property, just we can write only one property itself, that is a shorthand property. Now you can run this one on the browser. So go to this browser, just reload this page. Look at this one. So we can apply all the properties in one property itself, that is a shorthand property, and this is the code here. Just you can write a font italic small caps, and font weight, font size, and the font family. That's about the font. So